Hello, my peaches. What's up? I am Pratha and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to talk about Tails Malaga. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't know how to say this. So, yes, somebody in the comments said that this is a dupe for Jimmy Choo, and that what made me buy this because I had my eyes on Jimmy Choo for such a long time, but majorly because of the bottle reason, not particularly because of the fragrance reason, because I remember not liking the fragrance that much. In fact, I like Jimmy Choo Fever much more because it's on the sweeter and the candy side of fragrances, and I like it much more than the black Jimmy Choo bottle, but I really like the black bottle. So yeah, for that reason, I had my eyes on that, but never bought it because I was not really sure about liking the fragrance. But yes, so when somebody said that this is a dupe for that, I got this, and we're going to talk everything in depth about this. Let's roll the intro. Okay, so it came in a cardboard box, nothing fancy, nothing special about that. It's a 1300 rupees fragrance, and I bought mine from Amazon. And when I sprayed this fragrance, first of all, the first thing that I noticed about it is that it's a very light fragrance. I've always said that Skin Titan fragrances are out there and they're long lasting. I've always claimed that about Skin Titan fragrances, but this time, just by dropping the prices on their fragrances, they compromised on the longevity on their fragrances. First thing that I noticed about this fragrance, it's super light. Like, it does project quite a lot for one and a half hour, but then after that it sits close to skin, and it opens up with a burst of very oranginess in it. Let me read out the notes to you on this. So the notes on this are: top notes orange and raspberry, middle notes caramel, patchouli, white, floral, base notes of musk and vanilla. You know what? When I first sprayed it and sniffed on it, I was somehow reminded of red vanilla from Zara, and it has a very similar La Vie Belle sort of a vibe going on. The patchouli in it is definitely prominent and is kind of deep and a little on the spicier side for sure, but it just opens up with a burst of fruitiness and citrusiness from oranges and raspberry, and is sweet, is kind of just musky in the dry down, and kind of a little powdery as well. Maybe that's coming from vanilla, I don't know. After buying and trying this fragrance a few times, I went to the mall and tried Jimmy Choo to see and to find out whether this is really a dupe for it. They are very similar fragrances, just that Tails feels like a lighter version of Jimmy Choo and does not last as long as that one for sure. But this DNA is very common in the market right now. The Jimmy Choo and the La Vie Belle DNA is quite similar to each other. One, I tried it on 3 different days on 3 different kind of clothes. Like, I tried it on my skin, then on a cotton cloth, and then finally on a fuzzy sweater that I was wearing the other day. So on all those 3 surfaces, it basically failed to last very long, and I was kind of disappointed by that. Maybe on sweater it lasted a little long, but on rest of the 2 things, like my skin and on cotton clothes, it did not last that long. It can hardly give you 4 hours of longevity, and that's the first most disappointing thing about this. Second thing, this DNA has been done so many times, and even in Indian market we are using this DNA from such a long time now. It has failed to impress me as a fragrance. I would highly recommend that if you're looking for something different and unique, also because, don't get me wrong about this, Jimmy Choo is also there in the market for such a long time, and definitely some or the other brand has duped it and we have not realized it. If you have not used red vanilla and you have never used La Nuit Pandora, and you have still not bought Dark Desire from Rini, you might like it, but you will not get the extreme longevity with it. And anything in this DNA that I have mentioned till now does not have a very long lasting effect, except the La Nuit Pandora, which is not very much available in Indian market right now. If you have not used any of that, you can definitely go for this fruity, patchouli, musky fragrance, and like super sweet burst of sweetness. You might like it for an entire, like this is not a winter fragrance, it's more like your all year round fragrance. So if you just want to be sorted with one fragrance which is fruity and sweet and has a bit of sexiness to it from that spicy patchouli, and then has a muskiness in the dry down with some powderiness, and then vanilla adding a little bit more smoothness to the entire thing, then you go for it. But if you have already used red vanilla or La Nuit Pandora, or you have anything like La Nuit Trésor or La Vie est Belle or anything similar to that, then don't buy this fragrance. This will not do a justice to your collection, because this is nothing out of the box, and this DNA has been done way too many times, especially from the dupe houses. The quality on this is definitely better than Rini fragrances. I have to mention that, because if you're considering Rini Dark Desire and if you're considering this, I would say you go for this. Add in a little bit more bucks and you will get better longevity and better projection and better quality in comparison to that. The fragrances are pretty much in the similar family. I'm not saying they're exact dupe for each other. They're in the similar family, you know, that same La Vie Belle, La Nuit Trésor kind of a vibe that these have. The same fruity patchouli fragrances that have been there in the market for such a long time, and we have been using those for such a long time. So basically this DNA kind of fails to impress me at this point of time. And my personal pick, because I've just reviewed Love Child from Masaba for you, so my personal pick would be this, because this is something out of the box, this is unique, and this makes me think, and this is classy and everything. This is also good, this is also sexy and everything, but you know, just an overdone DNA which was absolutely not required in the market right now. That's what I feel. I'm not saying that it's a bad fragrance, no, not at all, but it will not give you that regular longevity and projection that Skinn has been giving us till date. It lacks in that area, but otherwise nice fragrance, nice quality, very convenient packaging to be carrying around in a bag. If you like what I have mentioned about the feel of this fragrance, then you can definitely go for this. I'm not saying no. But if you are a viewer of mine who has already bought red vanilla and La Nuit Pandora, and if you have anything that sort of fragrance, then don't go for it. But if you were considering Rini Dark Desire, then go for this, because this will be a better quality fragrance and non-synthetic fragrance for sure. So yeah, closing down the video with those thoughts. I hope this video somehow helped you, and if you're still here watching me and liking me, don't forget to give this video a big fat thumbs up down below. Keep looking beautiful, keep smelling good, and have a great day all. Bye bye. Mwah.
Slowly kisses passing by the river. I've been missing your strawberry kiss.